There you go.
All right, here we go. Hey, what is happening? Excuse me. It's a little loud. Is that a little loud? A little loud to you there. Where am I at? Here we are. Look at that. A little loud, a little loud, a little loud. All right, we're good to go. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What is happening? Mr. Michael Gonzalez.
Good morning, Luis Hernandez Jr., Guadalupe, Pepito, Angelo, my friend, Big Lou. How you doing? How you doing this morning?
I'm doing fantastic. Let's get you a little more juice on your cat there.
Give me some juice.
How about that?
Juice is good in the morning.
Is that a little bit better for you there?
Yeah, it's a fantastico, senor.
Fantastico.
Gracias.
And we've got the infamous Mr. Bobby Brown.
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for having me, Mike,
Bobby,
Luke.
Justin
Brown, not Bobby Brown.
Nope.
I just gave you a new name.
Nope.
That's all right.
Negative.
Come on. Everybody's a Bobby Brown fan. Are you not a Bobby Brown fan?
We are, but this is not. It's not his show
Not-
right now. This is all about the amazing Dustin Brown.
All right.
Right.
Dustin Brown.
The one and only. The
Okay,
one and only.
let me give you a proper introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, boys and girls, abuelas y abuelitos. You know, that's grandmas and grandpas, just in case you don't know.
Yep,
Thanks.
they're good. They're good.
Little
All the way from
education
over
in the
there,
morning.
right across the parking lot there from Brown's Automotive.
Over-
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the show, Mr. Dustin Brown.
Hey, thank you.
There he is.
Now,
Right.
you were on our very second show
The beta show.
that we ever did. Yes,
Oh,
that's
that's
when
right.
we were trying to figure out life and figure out how to do this mobile setup, day of, type of thing. And while we had a little bit of fun, you had a little bit of fun. You told us
did.
some stories about
Great stories.
some really, really, really good stories. And now you're back because you've got another story to tell.
Well, yeah, I got an announcement to
Always.
make.
An announcement.
Yes.
Oh wait,
We're-
hold on. Let me get my mom on the line here.
Okay, yeah, call your mother. We want her
Yes.
there.
Let's,
We want her
let's
there.
get my mom on the line here.
Lots
Let's,
of mothers. We're doing a grand opening party this Saturday for the shop that opened in Rio Rancho.
Yes, party
Grand opening.
Party.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. It's going to be happening from 10 a.m. until 2 in the afternoon, so some time to get there after the balloon fiesta. It's happening the same weekend.
Huge party.
Yep.
It's going to be a blast. We're going to
So-
have a bounce
Huge.
house for the kids. We're going to have a dunk tank if you want to dunk a mechanic. Everybody wants to
Dunk
do
a
that.
mechanic. That's fun. That's fun. Good job.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to dunk a mechanic?
I
mean, that's
I don't know. I've met a few I want to dunk.
Yeah, I'm sure. there's a few
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
there's a handful.
So
I
let
know-
it all out. Let it all out. Throw that ball as hard as you can.
But that's the thing is that you guys are so not those guys, right?
No.
Brown's Automotive
No.
has a very reputable reputation.
Thank you very much. That's
They
right.
do. And just in
Right.
case any
Yeah.
any of our viewers are out there and they're not familiar, Brown's Automotive recently moved to Rio Rancho with their third location after being long time positive business influence in the area, kind of North Valley. What do you call the other store? What's the one?
Los Ranchos.
Los
The
Ranchos.
village of
Sorry
Los
about
Ranchos.
that. There's
So-
all these little, pockets. I don't want to offend anybody. So
Yeah.
this is the third location for Brown's Automotive, and that's what all the big hubbub's about, right, Dustin?
That's
yes, and it's very exciting. It's been
Yeah.
very exciting. I love being
Yeah.
in Rio Rancho. The community's been very welcoming. It's been fantastic.
Yes.
Yes.
Big, really big show coming
Michael
up.
over here at the coffee shop, we come by and get our coffees quite often. We
Caffeinated.
really enjoy having him next to us.
They're great neighbors. They really are. I'm telling you. And I keep hearing positive feedback from customers, friends, and family in the area
yeah.
that are taking their vehicles to Brown's and just overwhelmed with the amount of professionalism, the way that their systems are, the communication. They're like, look. They sent me an update on my phone. Look. Instead of having to chase them down. That's awesome.
So what you're telling me is that you two are in cahoots, is what you're saying?
Is that a thing?
Is that cahoots, right?
Cahoots? I want to know, Amber.
Isn't
can we
that
ask
how it
Amber
happens?
Where cahoots came from?
You get in cahoots with somebody, right?
They stop by, drop the car off. I send them over here for coffee.
Right.
He brags about how great we are. They come and pick up the car, and everybody feels good.
But his people at the counter say, "Hey, you're drinking Cafe Vela coffee. Isn't that great?" And that's where the cahoot part comes,
That's
right?
right.
The cahoot part. All right. Okay. Cool. I
part.
mean, are you in cahoots with everybody else here in the plaza? Do you send them for a haircut? Send them to get some CBD over here?
I don't know about the vape shop, but one of our long-standing regular customer flow does come from the physical therapy, and then of course the Stay Traditional next door. So yeah, we have this little commerce traffic thing going on, and we fill the spot when people are waiting, but you don't wait long over at Brown's.
That's
You
right.
know what's going on.
I want to wrap a couple things up before we go.
Yes, so let's talk about what is happening on Saturday. I know you guys have a million items for giveaways.
Yeah, tons of giveaways. You got giveaways from Napa, O'Reilly's, AutoZone, all the parts guys
The
in
vendors,
town.
nice.
Lots of vendor giveaways. We're going to be cooking hot dogs, hamburgers. We got live music from Felix Y Los Gatos. He's a
nice.
great blues player, New Mexican musician.
Awesome.
It's going to be fantastic. And we're going to do some
Oh,
raffle prizes as well. Try to raise some money for the Albuquerque Christian Children Home.
Fun.
Absolutely.
Fun.
I love
Excellent.
that. So everything kicks off at 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Yep.
Going till 2 p.m. You bring the kiddos. There's a jumper for them now. Are you guys going to be working that day? Are you like if I wanted to get an oil change on that day?
No, we're not going to be doing any
Showcase.
service. We're just going to
Showcase
be
the shop.
shaking hands and meeting everybody, showing
That's awesome.
the facility. Yeah,
Beautiful
We don't
facility.
be trying to be doing oil change at the same time.
All right, fine, fair enough. Then
I'll
here's
do
my.
it today.
There's my keys there.
Wow. I love that. Dustin, thank you so much. Remember, everybody, this Saturday, put it on your calendar. Come on out. Join the fun. Dunk a mechanic and get signed up to get your car maintenance.
All right,
Absolutely.
Lou,
Right now,
thank you.
we'll see you on Saturday. I will be here. Now, are you going to have face painting?
That's right. We're having face painting. Thank you.
Well, I was
Face
only
painting.
asking because I didn't know if I should offer to bring my spray paint.
Don't do that. No, that doesn't wash off.
The mayor-
Yes, I've got face painting by Kayla's Face and Art.
Luis,
All right, we love that.
the mayor just messaged me, wants to know if he can face paint you.
Absolutely.
Just kidding.
Let's
Just
let's
kidding.
get a picture really quickly here. It's all about the selfie. That's what we love.
Yeah.
We love
There we
selfies
go.
here,
There
right?
it is. All right.
We'll
Dustin.
post that up, Dustin. We will see you on Saturday. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
Yes, and I will. I actually will. If you are you guys open right now?
Yeah, you need
You
a
want
oil
to take it and do
Change
her up?
service?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do it.
There you go.
All right.
All right, Dustin,
All right,
thank you.
fantastic.
Thank you
Well, we
very
certainly
much.
do appreciate that, and we are always grateful for the opportunity to get to know, all the wonderful business people here in Rio Rancho.
It's a
Dustin
thing.
is one of them, and so if you are here in the area, make sure you guys come on by
Saturday.
and get out on Saturday and get to meet these folks.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Wonderful.
a great time.
Thank you,
Rockstar,
Dustin.
rockstar,
All right, thanks,
rockstar.
guys.
Brown's Automotive. Awesome.
There we go. You like that break
Ramping
music?
up. Oh, who's your music guy?
So
Segway.
yeah, I'm totally
You're like DJ Nasty Nez.
I'm DJ Lulu.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. We're
It's-
growing here.
Okay,
We've
got two folks here. So
We're growing. Yeah.
hold on. Yes, sir.
Service.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, we got to
Yeah, you're gonna have
scoot
to
you guys all the way up here.
Hello, ladies. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Let's try this here.
Wonderful.
Let's
they're
get
gonna
there.
have to. They're gonna look like a backup singer group or something.
A backup singer group. All right.
Hello.
We're a little short, so we have to lower it.
That's okay. We're gonna get you.
Look tall to me.
We're gonna get you hooked up here. Now, of course, let's see here. Amber,
You
can
share
we,
headphones.
Can we
I guess.
angle that down just a little bit there?
I guess they got to take turns on the headphones.
There we go. Now,
Sharesies.
there you guys are.
We can share. We can share.
Sharesies. Look
All
at
right.
those smiles. This is awesome. You're live.
Open Skies Healthcare. Open Skies
Skies.
Healthcare. Give me a quick second here. Let me adjust and make sure we're good to go.
Yeah.
Can you say hello in that microphone there?
Hello. Hello.
Can you guys sing together?
No, we don't sing.
I love it. Just straight up no. I love
She's my
it.
dancer. I'm the singer.
Ask a question, get an answer. That's the way it works.
We've got dancer and singer here. All right. So we've got Amber Rockwell and Eliza. Now, am I saying it right? Is it Eliza?
It's Eliza.
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 Okay.
Beautiful name.
Now, we've been working for like 3 months to get you here, right?
Wow.
Yes.
We've been working for like
She's
3
all
months,
booked.
right? So you've got a lot of amazing things that you guys are doing. Not only in the Rio Rancho market, but also in the Albuquerque market. So first of all, tell us what Open Skies Healthcare is and what do you guys do?
Absolutely. So, Open Skies Healthcare is a behavioral health clinic, and we serve the individuals of Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, Grants, and Los Lunas. And we serve all ages, from tiny to whatever age. And so we have several different services. So we have respite. That's for little kiddos to come to our center, and then we have great working relationships with the school districts where
Nice.
we provide one-on-one support in the schools.
Wonderful.
And then we have this other program. It's called Comprehensive Community Support Services to help with resiliency and recovery.
Wow.
And then we do outpatient therapy. And the one program
Nice.
that we really like to talk about is our treatment and foster care. And so
Oh,
it's
wow.
different than foster care.
Sure.
And so right now, the need for foster parents is critical.
Right.
Right now, we have such a shortage of parents, and we have such a wait list for the little guys who just need a home.
Wow.
And
Heavy.
so,
Heavy.
yeah, and so Amber can explain the difference between foster care and treatment and foster care, and then we can talk about, well, if you want to become a foster parent, what do you do?
Yeah. How do you do it?
What
are
do
the
you do? How do
ABCs?
you get involved in the process? I'm sure that there's a lot of folks out there that, well, the need is probably great. I'm sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You
it is.
probably have, a need for lots of folks to be involved and become foster
Absolutely.
care
Wow.
folks, right? But please do tell us, Amber.
Yeah, so treatment foster care is different where we have, children who have severe emotional behavioral disturbances that they've been in and out of other homes, they've gone to acute care, hospital stays, they have really risky behaviors. A lot of it's survival tactics. They've learned not to trust others. Their caregivers haven't taken care of them, and so a lot of their behaviors are scary. And so we have foster parents who are trained pretty intensively for understanding trauma, being able to understand behaviors. That the behaviors are actually the communication, because usually the words for the kids aren't coming through. So
Makes sense.
our kids act out more for hey, I need attention, I'm scared, I'm overwhelmed. And, our parents provide a home that's safe and structured, and, it helps them get through, helps them feel wanted, connected, and, that's the base of it. And then we pair that with therapy. So they have therapy on a weekly basis.
That's great.
We work on family dynamics. That way, when they go back to relative placements, foster care, that they know what to do, how to get through it. They've had an experience of feeling connected.
Absolutely, and I can't tell you how important that is, in life, and this is, another one of those topics that we rarely get to talk about, one that is overlooked, right? And it's not a topic that you have at the dinner table, on a daily basis, right? So, how can folks, be made aware of, the opportunities that you have, but more importantly, how can folks, tell, or what are some signs that they may need to recognize to know that they need to participate in your services?
Yeah, so some signs are, if we have a biological family feeling really overwhelmed, their kids have gone in and out of the hospital stays, they've gone to residential settings, come back, still have a hard time being in care. It's really a additional home. Our parents provide a lot of support, not only to the kids but also to the family. They will help with parenting coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Our program is typically 6 to 9 months worth of a stay in a home, but we all along the way work with the families. We're always just a phone call away. Just call and ask, is this a good service? And we can do an assessment and see if they are a good fit for us.
That's great. What's that phone number for any of our listeners that are catching this that want to reference it?
Yeah, so my direct phone number is 505-342-5908.
Wonderful. Well, this is a real heavy and important conversation, and today, unfortunately, we have four guest appearances, but I think Luis and I will figure out a way to carve out some more time, and maybe if we could break you in half, because it's probably a big load for you, both of you to be here. We're so grateful that you're here, but we'd love to have you back and talk in depth about different.
Yeah, no,
different
absolutely.
situations.
Well, you know, and it's one of those things that isn't you know, a part of our everyday conversations that we
Right,
need.
right.
And you know, the whole purpose of the show is, yes, of course, we're about business and entrepreneurs and you know, the entrepreneurial way.
The community aspect.
But these are things that impact, right? You know, and you know, we've got Aaron. You know, I pray for Aaron every day because he's got 7 kids, right?
Whoa.
Right? Maybe we need to send
Whoa.
him over to you guys by just. But you know, okay, so
Siete.
the family dynamic is a huge part of entrepreneurship, right? It's a huge part of business ownership because. You know, it's almost the idea of all in, and everybody that's
Yep.
in the family is involved in one way or another with the
Everybody's
business.
on the team, whether they know it or not.
Whether they know it or not, right? You know, you've raised your kids here at Cafe Bella, right?
They did. They were little baristas themselves, and now they're out there doing their own thing.
Yes, and they pop in whenever they want and make whatever they want behind the counter.
Sometimes it's been seen. They know the owner.
But you know, so you know, those are things that are important, right? So making sure that the family life is a healthy one is super important.
You need a foundation.
It-
you really
it-
do, because nothing happens.
Not at all.
And it's all interrelated. So these ladies, hats off to you for the work that you do. I'm so curious about your programs and the success stories and the challenges. And I think maybe Luis and I will talk to you off air and see. Yeah, is your organization a nonprofit?
Yes.
Okay, so
Okay.
Luis and I do a lot of things for nonprofits, so we have some collaboration opportunities, and I'm sure we'll find some other people that want to be involved. But thank you so much, ladies, for coming in and raising this awareness.
Absolutely. Now, I
Awesome.
got to ask, there's always one question that I've got to ask. Is there anything that we didn't discuss that you feel is important that you really wanted to share today with the world?
It's not your shirt. They're not going to mention your shirt.
No, I just if you feel that you want to look into being a foster parent, just give us a call.
That
And,
number again. What's that number?
342-5908.
Wonderful. Wonderful. That sounds great. Ladies, thank you again so much. We apologize
Thank
that
you.
time's short today. We're rocking and rolling, but we'll definitely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
continued.
Yes.
To be
To be
continued.
continued. We're going to rock star.
Thank you.
So make sure, wait, hold on. Before you go, sit down real quick. One more time. This is important to me.
Okay.
Yes.
Selfie. Make
Yes.
sure you get the sugars in the background.
All right. We got the sugars and there's my drink back there that I've been looking for.
The power drink.
The power drink. It's way back there. All right.
It's just water.
Thank you.
All right. We're
You
moving.
know, there's you know,
Thank you. Thank you,
something to be
ladies.
said about water and having not white water, the right,
the right water.
the
I
right, the right white water.
I drink water every single day. It's filtered through beans.
Bean
It comes out
filtered
brown.
Bean
But I
filtered
drink
water.
a lot of water. I drink a lot of water.
How about that bean filtered water?
Did you see we got Leroy over there? He's a huge media guy.
Leroy.
Leroy
Is-
wears a number of hats, and he has his own, I think, television show. He's
Does
awesome.
he really?
Yeah.
Well, we better
Yeah,
we better,
get
we
him on
better
the
have
show
a
one of
conversation
these
with Leroy here.
How you doing, my man? How you doing?
All right. Well,
All right.
we've got another guest here, and this guy is he is a pretty handsome
This
feller.
gentleman,
Yes, he is a dapper gentleman.
very
right?
dapper.
Yeah, my mom always tells me so.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
that's
sure do
awesome.
hope so.
My mama.
Let's try it like this. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome all the way from over there's.
From over there.
You guys got to see this. Ready? All the way from over there. Right? Oh, wait,
There
hold
it
on.
is.
One more time. All the way from over there. Bye,
Yep.
All right,
Yep.
Michael, you do it now.
Otra vez. There it is.
All right, folks, we got Mr. Aaron Apodaca, the president of Jack's Junk Removal. Right?
Cool.
We're not talking about the junk in the trunk either.
Okay.
I know that
Ma'am.
every now and again you have one of those hanging around, and maybe you want to get it removed. That's not what you're not dirty deeds done dirt cheap.
No, no, sir.
AC/DC.
Not,
You
not
just-
anymore. That's a past life.
You just aged yourself, Luis.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. Good to see you, sir. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fantastic. It's been a while now. Gosh, it's probably been more than a year since the last time that you and I saw each other.
Yeah.
And at that time, you were just getting started with your business, and here you are, 10 years later.
Wow, decade.
Okay, maybe not 10 years.
That's huge.
It's not a full 10 years, is it?
No, I don't think so. I think it's been probably a year and a half.
Maybe a year.
Yeah, a year and a half since I walked through the chamber door over there. Yeah.
Puffery is what they
Yes.
call that. They call that puffery.
Puffery, puffery or fluffery, one of the two, right?
Nah,
Who doesn't love the fluff?
People that are allergic to it, I don't know.
Nah, that could be, yes. People that are
maybe.
allergic to it, yeah.
Yeah.
The fluff.
Damn
the
it.
power of the fluff. So tell us what you do at Jack's Junk.
Well, let me start off real quick. Gonna want to plug those ladies that were just here before.
Absolutely.
I didn't catch their names.
Nice.
Yes.
If you've ever considered being a foster parent, I would urge you to do it. I've got 7 kids, as they mentioned.
Wow.
And I've adopted 2. One was adopted through the foster process.
Awesome.
And if
Hats
you
off.
think that you can't do it, or it sounds like it's overwhelming and it's somebody else how to do it, it's not. It's you. It's a pretty simple process. It really only took a couple of Saturday classes spent over at CYFD to be certified. And it changed my daughter's life. And my family would have been incomplete without her. So
Awesome.
Please consider that if it's on your heart.
So
You can
honorable.
always call me specifically if you have questions from somebody that's maybe not biased, not trying to push it to get kids out there. But like I said, I appreciate what they're promoting.
That's awesome, man.
That's
Hats off to
beautiful.
you.
I love that.
So back
I
to
love
what
that.
you asked me
Foster
originally.
parent.
Yes.
What do we do? So Jack's Junk Removal is a division of my entire company, which is Albuquerque Property Services. What we essentially do is at Jack's Junk Removal is we will show up and pick up and throw away anything that you're unable to throw away if you don't have a truck or a trailer,
Yeah.
or that you don't want to throw away. We do everything from single item pickups, like an old couch or an old refrigerator
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
gone out, all the way up to full trash outs for folks that have bought homes that they want to flip, or businesses
Nice.
that are closing or moving.
What a great service.
Yeah, we also have a landscape part of our business, Mighty Manicure Landscape Management. And
Perfect.
so essentially what I kind of joke around, what we do is anything that you don't feel like doing, anything your
Sure.
wife has asked you to do and you've never gotten around to it. Wives call us if your husband hasn't gotten around to it. Husbands call us if you don't plan on getting around to it.
So I love
Nice.
that. I love that dynamic, right? And so I've got a referral that I'm going to make to you. It's a coffee shop in Rio Rancho, and we've got this really old couch that they need to get rid of.
Oh, man, do they?
And I think one of the reasons that they haven't done so yet is because they're lazy.
Ooh.
Or busy.
Lazy busy. Instead, you hear people say, "I'm crazy busy." The reality should be, "I'm lazy busy," right?
Spoken like a parent.
Hey,
Hey,
you know
Marie,
what?
they're trying to get rid of your couch.
Yeah. No, I'm
That's awesome.
I'm going through life changes, man.
No, you're not.
No, but really, I mean,
Sometimes you just can't let go of things.
I know, I understand that, I get that, that couch has been a staple here of the Cafe Bella,
It's having an 8-year birthday soon, and we've tried to remove it. You would not believe the pushback that we've got from customers.
I mean, you
It's
got to
been
throw,
insane.
dude. You have
It's
to
been
throw a
insane.
sarape or something on it, or
No,
like
they-
an old sheet.
No, they need to go. But
Get an
yeah.
old sheet.
Yeah.
That way, when people roll in, they look at it and they're like, "I'm not going to sit there."
They go, sheet.
And there's the dad joke.
Yeah.
There's the
Bum,
dad
bum,
joke.
bum.
But no, I mean, you make a great point. I mean, it happens to me all the time, right? I like to say that I have a busy lifestyle. Truth is that I involve myself in probably more things than what I should. But things often get overlooked, right? I've got and I'll tell you right now. I've got a side of my yard where I clean the yard, right? Sometimes I bag, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it just goes to the side of the yard because guess who sees the side of the yard?
The neighbors.
Nobody.
Oh, man. I thought it for sure was the neighbors.
Let
Nobody.
me assure you, man, everybody has that side of the yard.
Right. And I always say I'm going to get around to it. I'm going to do it this weekend. And then guess what happens? Then I get a phone call. Hey, we're having free coffee at Cafe Bella. Come down here now.
Now you know it's fictitious. Completely.
Oh, that's because they don't give free coffee at Cafe Bella.
How do I play my employees if I give my product away? It's simple economics, Luis.
But right, so is that your marketing campaign? I mean, do you market directly to those lazy husbands and to those wives that want to get their husbands to stop being lazy?
I think I market to the average family, right? We're in Rio Rancho. This
Yeah.
is a family community. And at the end of the day, we're all lazy busy, crazy busy.
Right.
Culture is changing.
It is.
Well, if you drive around, you don't see people on Saturday mornings washing their cars anymore. You don't see the dads out there in their white New Balances mowing the grass. Really,
White New Balances.
Our time is at a new premium.
Right.
Especially our fun time. We want to go out and golf. We want to go spend time with the kids at the lake. Whatever it may be, we're doing more stuff with our children. So
Right.
really, the point of my business is to fill that gap, to give people their free time back, whether they're
Nice.
trying to raise their kids, run a business,
Right.
grow their own, do better at work, whatever it may
or
be.
so that they don't hurt themselves. How many people do you know that you see like on a Monday or a Tuesday and there's some issue? They're bandaged up or they missed a day of work and you're like, what happened? Well, and it always starts, I was in the yard or I was in the garage.
I was working on my tree.
Yeah, and well, didn't anybody help you? No, but I had put it off too long and I lacerated my femur.
It's never I was in the TV studio or in the recording studio or anything like that at all.
No, it's always at the house.
It's always at the house. I was up on the roof.
Yeah. I mean, and everything's changing, right? Where do we unfortunately, we support local businesses, but we all have those Amazon boxes that come in that are too big to go in the garbage can.
Yeah.
It's just a lot more waste out there. So
absolutely,
they do not belong on the West Mesa.
Hey, I do have to tell you, there was one Saturday here in Rio Rancho where I was driving around and I saw multitudes of people.
Yeah, that was the cleanup day. Yeah.
Out on the streets.
Yep.
With trash bags cleaning up. I was like, what the heck is going on here?
Yeah, that was the cleanup day that happened recently. But that's a product of other people doing creative disposals.
Right.
Yep.
Absolutely.
A lot of it.
Yeah, well, that does happen when you live on the Southwest Mesa. You got folks that do that, right?
Unfortunately, it's a real part of our community.
Yep. We experienced that all across the west side. Mm-hmm. From Belen all the way to over there's
Cochiti. Cochiti.
That's right. But so if folks want to get a hold of you, how do they get in contact with you? How do they find you outside of the public restrooms?
Best way to get a hold of me is on my cell phone. Got it with me all the time. You can reach me at 453-1788. If you want to see some kind of mediocre social media that shows what we do, you can follow Mighty Manicure, Mighty Men, or Jack's Junk Removal, or all three on Instagram or Facebook.
Perfect.
You'll get to know some of my guys, see some of the pictures of some of the hoarded houses that we've cleaned up. There's
success stories.
Good, bad, and ugly on there.
Yeah, nice. I'm trying to figure out which one my garage would be in.
Some of them fall under all three, man.
There's I'm going to reach out to you. Okay, so I'm putting your phone number in my phone right now as we speak because I need to get my side yard right.
Miss Hernandez.
No, is this the same side yard we talked about at the chamber a year and a half ago?
Oh. Well, no. So check this out, right?
Oh, that could arise out of Amber.
Yes. So I actually had somebody come and clear that out, right? Another chamber member, right?
Right.
The reason that I went with him is because I also needed some tree trimming, and he provided that service, right? We talked about this.
Yes. Wasn't doing it yet.
This
got asked.
This is
so many
Luis
times
defending himself.
Right. Exactly.
Well, I got asked so much about it that I had to add it to the list of services.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so now we can bring that back, right? We can bring that back. I still have some challenges with that same very tree. I'm not going to say. Well, let's just say I probably should have reached out to you first. That's what I'm going to say.
That's okay,
What does that look like?
We're still friends.
What does that look like? Luis in a suit trying to do yard work. What does that look like?
I don't know, man.
Can you get that image out of your head?
So, and here's the thing, right? So, I'm one of those guys that suffers from seasonal allergies, right? And so, I'll let it build up because I dread going out there to cut weeds or to do any of that stuff. Any of that stuff, because then what happens to me is that I get sick for the next 2 weeks. I mean, it just happens, right? I get the allergies, and then
you need professional help, sir.
I need professional help.
Well, there's the new slogan. You have to hire us because you don't want to die.
There you go. There it is.
And everybody is going to die.
Yep.
At some point.
Absolutely.
I'm going to die. Amber's dying. She's going to die tomorrow.
She's going to die right now if you don't stay on schedule.
That is the word on the streets. If you're out there and you're watching right now, do me a favor, please pray for Amber.
Yes.
Pray for Amber.
Because she has to keep Luis on schedule.
Because she's going to die tomorrow.
And she has to show homes in the South Valley.
Yeah. That's all right.
Always good times. Always good times. So what are some of the other things that you're working on or things that you have coming up here that we can help you get the word about?
Oh, we're getting ready to start a new campaign where we're going to be looking for, I'm not sure how frequently we're going to do it. I'm still having this conversation with my business partner, who's also my father. So those are always
dad.
Those are always fun business meetings, but we're going to be rolling out a campaign where we're looking for either elderly or ill people or people that are low income that we can help out with cleaning out their yards.
Beautiful.
Or taking away some junk for them. I want to do it on at least a monthly basis, but I think every 2 weeks.
That's
so
awesome.
If you guys have anybody in mind that might fit the bill for that,
Candidates.
send
Yeah.
them my way through social media. We're also starting a new program right now called Mighty Mondays, where we're on our social media. We're going to be promoting other local businesses. So
Awesome.
if you guys know me, met me, if I've shopped with you before, I would love to feature your business.
Awesome.
We'll talk a little bit about getting Cafe Bell on here.
Absolutely.
I've drank my share of your coffee.
Good man. Good
So
man.
With all the kids I have, I think you guys have more caffeine in there. It keeps you more awake.
You know, there's a little bit of that going on. There's a little bit of that.
Here's what we're gonna do, right? If we can get you to convince him to get that couch out of here, right?
I'm thinking bigger. I'm thinking once a month, if they're going to donate services to help an individual in need or a family, like an
Right.
elderly in need, if they do the work at that house, Cafe Bella will sponsor the coffee for those workers that do that work.
I love it.
So our business does that kind of stuff.
Okay,
But Luis, you have to pay for your coffee.
I will pay
in
for
order
my
for us to do that.
You know what? just on account of that, I'm gonna get like 10 cups of coffee before I leave.
Perfect.
Okay.
Then you'll be right about where I'm at. Good job.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you, sir.
He's
It
like,
was good to see
dude,
again.
you don't need coffee.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
again, man.
Hang out.
Awesome. Such a pleasure.
Yes, sir. I'm not
Hold
going
on, we'll be
anywhere.
in contact.
We're gonna get a selfie really quickly here.
Selfie.
A selfie.
selfie addicted.
All right, and then of course we've got Carl here, and Carl has some goodies for us. He says, "All right, ready? Smile. Ready? 1, 2, 5. Let's do it." Amber, you ought to really get in the picture.
Is this the first neck tattoo in any of your business
It
pictures,
is.
Ben? All right,
Yes.
well, let's get it in there.
Yeah,
Good.
feature the
I
neck
don't know.
tattoo.
I don't know. I think Crystal might have had a neck tattoo.
Oh, she did.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, Crystal had some tattoos.
might have some ink.
She had. We had
might have some ink.
Crystal. What was? We got to have her back so we can find out exactly.
Grit and Grace Salon.
Well, we can find out exactly like what happened. With.
Pleasure. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
With the shop and stroll.
Oh yeah, the recap, right? Recap.
Yeah,
recap.
because I didn't
Coming on up.
We didn't see that. I was
All right, get
out.
ready.
We were out.
Big
We were
dogs.
out.
Big
We were
dogs
out.
coming
All right.
in.
The big dogs.
I'm still in awe.
In awe?
How large the reach is of our next guest company representative. It's just amazing.
It's unfathomable.
It's
right?
amazing.
Well, we're going to learn
It's
all
amazing.
about it,
Huge,
right?
huge.
Right.
Yeah, we are.
So I'm going to ask you guys a question, right? And if you're watching live on Facebook right now, then you know. There we go.
Oh,
All
he's
right,
got the
we've
wobbly set table.
He's got the wobbly table. We've got the VP of Sales and Marketing, Mr. Carl Winkler. What's up, Carl?
Good morning, sir.
Well,
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
So now I'm going to ask you the question: have you ever heard of a company by the name of Electrosonics?
I have
Facebook, have you?
Amber has. Yeah.
Facebook, have you ever heard of such a company? Well, I'll tell you what. The chances are that you may not have if you are not of industry, because they make some phenomenal products. But they've been a staple here in our community for well over 3,000 years or something like that, right?
Since 1971.
Well, that's like
71
yeah,
in
that's
Rio Rancho.
That's
There's like two streets
3,000.
then, right?
Now, well, you guys actually started in Albuquerque.
That's correct.
And then you guys moved up to Rio Rancho.
We're moving west.
In 1988. Yeah, we've been here since 88.
Since 1988.
88.
Okay,
When there was nothing out there.
let's
Excellent
let's
move.
do some time travel,
Excellent
Gonzo.
move.
Right? So we have all the time in the world now, right? This
We
is
do?
this is the Carl show right now.
Nice. I love it. Electrosonics Hour.
This is the Electrosonics Hour, the Carl show, right? So we're gonna take a journey. We're gonna go back in time to 1988. Where were you in 1988?
In 1988, I was probably downtown Seattle on like First and Cedar.
Downtown Seattle.
Walking to work at the near the Pike Place Market.
At that
Yep.
moment in
Yeah.
1988.
Yeah,
In 1988,
I believe I lived downtown.
Was there a Starbucks?
there was
then?
one.
Was there one?
There was one downtown.
Was there one there?
Yeah, that was right during their neighborhood sprawl type growth pattern. It was different then, though. It was very, very different time then.
A different time.
People didn't know what was going on with all that starched polo shirts, and being corrected when they order and all that. It was frightening for people to go into
Collars
those
up.
stores.
Collars up.
Yeah. Oh, it was very GQ, and if you didn't say it right, they were like, "None for you. Get out."
No coffee for you.
Yeah, it was a very different time then.
Carl, what were you doing in 1988?
Let's see. I think I was in college in Tucson.
In Tucson?
In music school. Yeah.
Is that right?
Excellent.
Yes.
Are you musically inclined?
Yeah, I play classical music. I play the viola, the violin.
Wow.
So in my spare time, whatever that means.
Wow.
Yeah, in the spare time.
Amazing.
We're gonna encourage you to
fine
take your spare
arts.
time and make it to full time.
Okay. Well,
Luis will book you right
be
now.
lovely.
I'll book you.
Right
Yeah,
now. He's
okay.
got 5 events on his calendar.
Yeah, I got
And
a
he
bunch
needs
of
a
stuff coming.
Viola now.
Yep.
It's important. Yeah. No, I mean, I see now. I feel like the youngster at the table.
Well, that's because you are.
Yeah. In 1988, I was entering high school.
Good man.
Yeah.
Good man. You were attending school. That's a good thing, Luis.
Well, I showed up there. I don't know. Yeah.
For lunch?
Like
And recess.
I got there at 7:45, whatever time it was, right? 7:45. I got there at 7:45, and then I left, and then I got back at
You were busy.
2:25.
You were busy.
You know,
A lot
for
of
Check
stuff
out.
to do.
To check out,
It
yeah.
seemed like you were there,
Yeah.
but you weren't.
He was
really.
he was booking bands back then.
I was booking bands. Yeah.
hey, I got a gig. Can you play guitar?
So 1988, you guys moved the facilities to Rio Rancho,
Yep.
and
Built a factory.
Nice.
how many employees did you have in 1988?
Probably 30 or so.
About
Wow.
30 employees.
That's like one of the largest in Rio Rancho for that time period.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Because you have
I'm-
aerospace. Intel was bubbling with that little building,
Yeah.
right? Just
Yep.
the small old retro building. So you were probably like the one of the large top 3 employers at that time.
Could have been.
30 in 1988.
in
Rio
1988,
Rancho?
absolutely.
Well, you
right?
had AMREP, but
Well, there was a
that's
Raby carpet down the hill, right?
already-
Next to the AMRAP.
I'm not sure.
Wasn't that like a carpet joint?
I know,
Yeah.
like the related industries, like the trust companies that built all of. Yeah, that's interesting.
And we're right there near, just off on Laser, and
Right.
near Quantum. So it's
Yep.
right near AMRAP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Exactly.
you're just right, literally down the hill.
Down the
That,
hill.
that
Yeah.
was the commerce hotbed. They put that big old building out in the middle of the desert. It was kind of wild.
right.
Kind of like
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna
Rush,
say it out
Rush
loud.
Medical Center.
So today, how have things transitioned? Where are you guys at today in terms of the facility and employees?
It's grown a lot. We have 150 employees now.
Wow.
And it's a complete factory. We make the stuff on site,
Uh-huh.
which is exciting. And you mentioned the reach earlier, and
Right.
I'm always proud of the fact that we make electronic components here in Rio Rancho, and they're sold all over the world. They're sold in Japan, they're sold in China,
Global.
Europe, global.
Global.
Yeah, that's right.
Global.
Luis, that means you
All
know,
over.
further than
Wait,
the west
hold
side.
on. That means that they make products that are sold. Oh, are you guys ready for this? Hold on, I got to go solo on this one.
Monte Picchu.
You guys ready for this one? Here's how it works, right? They sell products that are sold over there.
He just made a 360 degree
360, all the way around.
point.
Yeah. Spherical.
Point.
Okay, now I'm sure it's killing people out there who are not familiar with or who have not been made aware yet. Tell us about the products that you manufacture right here in Rio Rancho.
Sure. Mostly what we're making is professional wireless microphone systems. So be something you recognize like this. This is a handheld type of wireless microphone used by singers. In fact, Mitch Malloy of Great White, if you're into that kind of 80s hair metal, he's been posting a lot about this, and you can recognize it by the logo on the foot, the Electrosonics logo. So that's a visible product that we make. You see these a lot on interviews, on the street interviews,
Yes.
sports casting.
Nice.
And then the stuff that you never see is the little tiny transmitters that are hidden
Like
on the
your-
talent,
Like on your
Right.
hip. Yeah.
like hidden somewhere in the uniform,
Yeah.
in the costume or in the wig. And these are used on Broadway. In fact, the big shows like Lion King, Frozen, they're using our products on Broadway in New York. This very tiny transmitter like this.
Awesome.
So, and then I brought this picture to show a little bit about movie making. So that's
full setup. Look at
that's
that.
Tom Cruise on Mission Impossible
How
Fallout.
about that?
And then
Yeah.
right up here is one of our transmitters connected to the boom microphone where they capture
Nice.
the dialogue. So that's kind of movie making in one picture right
That's
there.
how it
And-
all
and
works together. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
so that's what we're known for in the industry of movie making,
Thanks,
TV
Tom.
production, Broadway theaters, and rock tours.
I love that. Rock tours, right?
Yeah.
Now, somebody once also told me that NFL uses your products as well.
They do indeed, yeah. On the players, on the field. NFL Films uses our little transmitters
Yeah.
hidden in the pads on the players to capture the sound of the impact and the dialogue that they use to make their films.
Huge names too,
Yeah.
like popular top 40, like huge performing singers and acts.
Yeah.
Their laundry list, their portfolio is huge.
Let's
Huge.
let's run through the list, right? I think it's I always say, and that's one of the things that I'm proud of, right? For us here at the Real Rancho B2B or the ABQ B2B, it's about being able to feature and tell the story that most folks don't normally get to hear about, right?
Yeah.
And so we'll have it. We're going to go back in time once again, but. It's important to know to kind of set the stage, in terms of the usage of the technology that is manufactured here. What are some of those names? Now, you showed us a picture of Tom Cruise, right?
Tom.
And
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, that's top of the heap. I mean, almost all Hollywood movies are made with electrosonics products.
Okay.
In fact, we got an Academy Award a couple years ago for our technology used to make
Nice.
films. So that was pretty
Nice.
exciting. Yeah.
Huge.
So how do you feel about the movie industry moving into New Mexico?
It's great because we get to meet the people more often. And
Right.
a lot of times when they come into town, they want to come and do a factory tour.
Yeah.
Because they've
That's
used our
great.
products for years
Yeah.
and they've never, seen, I mean, not that many people make it out. It's not on the way somewhere, Rio
Right.
Rancho, so they've got to come out here. But, having the studios here and a lot of productions here is wonderful. We get to go to the movie sets often and meet the people and kind of see the process and learn a little bit more about how they work so that we can
Wonderful.
continue developing products that they can use. It's all about workflow and efficiency and getting their job done. So we like to have a close contact with the community of professionals doing that kind of production.
I absolutely love that. I have a question for you. Did you guys work on Glengarry Glen Ross?
I don't know for sure because that was a while ago and wireless
Right.
mics weren't that commonly used at that time for movie making. I believe that was made in the late 80s,
I
something
believe
like
so,
that,
yeah.
89 or so.
Something like that, right?
Luis is all
yeah.
about the late 80s today.
Yeah,
Hold on a minute.
it's a great
We're gonna-
film, and it's very possible our stuff was used on it, but that would have been early for us.
Yeah.
We got serious about wireless mics in the mid to late 80s. So
Okay.
that would have been right at that time when we were starting to be used for, news gathering and movie making, but it was pretty early.
Gotcha.
So maybe like they were doing business with Duran Duran, but not so much the movie.
It's possible, right?
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. I can certainly do appreciate that. I like to hear those stories, right? Because stories help us,
Make those associations.
make the
yeah.
associations, paint the pictures for us, right?
Yep.
Help
Yeah.
us
Connect the dots for us.
Right.
That
But-
need dot connecting.
I'm curious, how Electrosonics got started. I mean, what are the foundations?
Well, we started out by making voice amplification products, and that's where the name
Cool.
comes from, Lectrosonics, so lectern sonics. So we made these portable voice amplifiers and lecterns and things like that in the 70s.
Interesting.
And salespeople, auctioneers, that kind of thing would take these systems around and do their job.
Gotcha.
Wireless was added to that in the mid 70s. And then in the 80s, we sort of realized that, we needed to move away from the large, heavy wooden kind of products and move into the miniaturization. And that's where our president at the time, John Arison, decided to invest our, tooling and design efforts and hire engineers to get into the small wireless for portable
Smart.
use.
Super smart.
And that's what brought us to where we are today.
Absolutely. Now, I heard there was an iteration of some sort of a portable sound system that was popular on the streets of New York.
Yes, the Maxi Mouse system. This was a guitar amplifier,
Awesome.
rechargeable, and a lot of street musicians love this product.
Yeah.
It was used on Venice Beach and in New York. It was sold by Manny's Music in New York a lot, and places
Cool.
like that. I think we made the last one of those around 2000.
Around 2000.
Yeah.
I was hoping and praying that was one of the toys that you would bring with you today.
No, if you'd asked, I could have brought one. I didn't even think about it.
Luis,
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll
Yeah.
sell you one.
Well,
Well, we only have the one left. The
there's,
last
yeah,
one
I'm going to
made-
say that
yeah.
Collectors only.
there's a retro shop up in the Northeast Heights in Albuquerque. I think it's called the Albuquerque Collective or something like that.
Yeah.
There's a guy there. It's where Rust is Gold
Right,
Coffee is
Rustus
located.
Gold, Tyson Garcia and his
Yep.
crew there.
They've got a retro guitar shop, and he's got a lot
Old
of
electronics.
old electronics.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
pretty sure he's well aware of your
we're gonna have to
company.
make the connection, and if anything, maybe we at least get a print picture of it.
Sure.
I think that those things are fascinating to me because I too come from the entertainment industry, and
Street musician.
Yeah, street musician. Well, I guess when you're a musician and you're
Is
not
it-
married, you
Is
you
it
live.
called street if it's dirt
you're,
road?
you're on the streets.
Out on the streets musician.
Yeah, out on the streets. You're not a street musician. You're out on the streets because you're a musician.
There's a tie in there. Good wordplay.
There's a tie in there, but
More dad jokes.
Even some of the local guys. Now I know that there was one local band that you guys sponsored that was making waves on a national level.
You're talking about James Douglas
the
Show.
James Douglas
Yeah.
Show.
Oh, wow. What a great act.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, man, I've seen them a
Great
number of
friends. I
times.
know all those guys, and
They
gone
kill.
to trade shows with them and
Yeah.
hung out
Yeah.
with them. And they were early users around town here of the Electrosonics products, and they
Yes.
still use them today.
They do. And in fact, I'm good friends with Marco, and the rest of the
Great
guys,
guy.
of course.
Yeah, they're all great guys. Yeah.
We did an event and I actually hired Marco to help me out, and so we brought out a sound rig, and he says, "Let me tell you about the range of these wireless microphones."
Yeah.
I said, "Okay, tell me about the range."
Tell me about the range.
Tell me about the range. He says, about 5 miles, something like that.
Slight exaggeration, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, we talk about, right. I get to produce a lot of outdoor events, festival style deals, right, and I get to also MC those events. And one of the things that I like to do as an MC is I will not set
He
foot
won't
on the
stand
stage.
still.
I will not
He
set.
won't. And
I will not stand on the
He'll
stage.
grab
at all.
people and say, "Come here," and then you find
Right.
that you're center stage looking at a bunch of people saying, "Who
Yeah,
the heck
yeah.
are you?" Yeah, I've
And
had
they're all
that.
looking at you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's being about being out with the people for as an MC, right? And one of the biggest challenges that I have, and in fact I had that challenge this past weekend on Friday night, was no range.
Oh, no, they
And,
limited your walking?
I could not. I was literally
Like a caged tiger.
like a caged tiger,
there.
25 feet away from the stage, and I was like, "This sucks."
And you're fighting the feedback at the same
Yeah.
time. Oh man.
But so that's where and I knew of you, but I didn't really know or understand, and that's where. And then I was talking with Michael. He says, "Well,
We have contacts.
Yes,
we know people.
yeah, let's-
Yeah.
I said,
Say Gonzalez, one of the
one
owners
of-
of Crack and Crab. Nice family.
One of
Yeah.
our assemblers. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a lead assembler on the first
Yeah,
shift.
it's
Yeah, she
amazing.
does a great job.
Yeah. So they're local entrepreneurs, but more so, I don't know if I mentioned this to you, Luis, but their company has been a strong supporter of nonprofit entities in the local metro market for a number of years. Churches and things like that, they're really great supporters of regular community gathering places, and the church that I work for, they've been a huge sponsor to help us make sure that we have what we need, along with a number of other churches. So it's really great. Thank you very much. Hats off to
Certainly.
Electrosonics for all the support for the nonprofits. They actually do that. They don't talk about it much, but they do it.
they don't
And
talk
their
about it
products
much.
are awesome. Awesome. Yep.
So let's give you that opportunity to talk about what are some of the causes that are important to Electrosonics.
There you go.
Well, certainly locally, we want to support organizations like churches and schools that need technology like this, and oftentimes maybe have the technology but need some support.
Yes.
So, we're not just into sales. I mean, my background is music, but also sound engineering. So I've helped a lot of organizations with the setup of the system, choosing frequencies. It's complex stuff.
It
And
is.
so we've done that all over the region, really. And sometimes we have equipment available that we can donate or loan. So we do that as well.
Troubleshooting.
yeah,
repairs.
troubleshooting.
I mean, they
Yep.
on the spot. Talk about a panic when you don't have your equipment working on a short timeline.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, we've
It's
got
a
a
nightmare.
full
It's a
repair
nightmare.
department with 2 shifts, and a lot of technicians, highly qualified, a lot of specialized equipment, all
Yeah.
here locally.
absolutely well because
Yeah.
it's all proprietary because it's all yours.
That's right.
Yeah, you can't take
Yeah.
it to Smojo's Electronics.
No, you cannot.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you again for all the support for the local nonprofit sector. It's really appreciated, and it affects
Certainly.
a lot of people in a positive way. And what a beautiful thing for a global company to help in their local market.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And we,
exactly.
our employees are local,
Yeah.
residents and everything like that. We are proud of that fact. We
That's
hire
wonderful.
150 American workers and make the products here. That's
There you
very
go.
important to
America.
us. Yeah.
I love it.
America.
Love
This
it.
is an American-made product, right? And
It
so,
is.
Nuevo Mexico.
we had the conversation of the other folks on the other side of the river, Sennheiser, right?
Yes.
But they are not a legit local company.
Well, they do have a local factory.
A local factory.
It's a German company. It's a
German
much
company,
larger
yeah.
company than ours, and I used to work there. As a matter
Yeah,
of
is
fact.
that right?
Out of their U.S. headquarters in Connecticut.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Fantastic. Another great product. But
Definitely.
we're talking about you, and you guys are truly bona fide local company, right?
We're the only one in our industry where the products are actually made in the United
Right.
States anymore.
Anymore.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's
So-
unique.
So
We're
that
proud of
that right there speaks volumes,
Folds back in, yeah.
to the type of business that you guys have set up here. And look at that, I got a text alert. Brown's Automotive.
They're going to tell you that they can't get into your car because they locked the keys. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
But that's where it starts, right? You guys started so many years ago in that very same space. Let's build something. Let's grow it. And now here you are, so many years later. You employ 150.
Locals.
Locals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you make a stellar product, right? That is used globally, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me give you a pat on the back.
That's awesome.
That is
Yeah.
that is so awesome. I want to hear more stories like that from New Mexico, right?
They're here. We'll find them.
Well, yeah, we got to find them. So since you guys are of that cloth there, do you know any of other businesses that have a similar story?
Maybe suppliers or
Yeah, well,
engineering.
we work with some local suppliers. Let's see here. ABQ Manufacturing, they do a lot of powder coating for us and
Okay.
specialized
Nice.
work like that. They're
Nice.
right up off of Paseo. Theta Plate, they do some metal plating for us,
Yeah.
some
Awesome.
anodizing, specialized processes for us.
I've been there before.
Yeah, yeah.
I was very intrigued at the process.
Yeah, it's fascinating to watch. I mean, manufacturing is really an interesting thing.
Yeah.
And we do factory tours all the time. I would invite anyone to get a hold of us and ask for a factory tour. If it's a small group, 3-4 people, we can do it almost on the spot.
Okay.
If it's a
Nice.
larger group, like a school group or something like that, we do that, but we need a little more planning because
Gotcha.
we have to deal with the logistics of moving that many people through a factory.
Sure.
Got to know how many donuts to get.
Yeah, well, exactly. We got to be ready. But we love doing that because
Yeah.
when people see the actual process, they learn a lot about manufacturing in general and
Right.
what it takes to make these kind of products. I mean, a little tiny product like this has hundreds of components inside.
That's wild.
And it's made on CNC mills, the metal parts and all that.
Nice.
It's really fascinating to see the process. People always
Nice.
comment how interesting it is.
World class. Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
Did you bring the other transmitter
The
there
big one?
so you could show?
yeah, this is a receiver. So, a transmitter like this is going to have a tiny microphone attached to it, and the microphone will be hidden somewhere, and then this transmits a signal, and then on the other end is a small receiver.
Okay.
Because
Wow,
this
even
one
the receiver's
is designed
tiny.
to be mounted on a camera. So, a lot of mobile productions, the cameras have gotten so small that you can't have a big receiver, hanging off the
Sure.
thing. So you got to have a tiny
Interesting.
one, and that's what this one's designed to do. We also make the rack type, for the Broadway shows that
Yeah.
have those racks behind stage and all, dozens of channels. Something like Frozen has 52 of these, and
Oh,
then
wow.
52 channels of receivers in a rack backstage. So there's, one other thing. This is a little tiny recorder. This was another product used on Tom Cruise, as a matter of fact, for
Wow.
Mission Impossible Fallout.
Nice.
In the scenes where he jumps out of the plane or hanging
Right.
from the helicopter and stuff like that,
Sure.
wireless mic might be too far away to work. Might be
Right.
farther than 5 miles.
Sure.
So it won't work. So they just record his voice onto this tiny recorder. So there's a lot of different kinds of products
Oh, wow.
involved with this type of work. Yeah.
Fascinating.
That's real stuff there. Luis is like,
Yeah.
I wonder if I can get financing for some of this stuff.
Now, do you sell directly to the public, or is it?
We do not.
okay.
We have a group of retailers throughout the U.S.,
Okay.
usually specialized retailers. These are not, let's say, music stores
Sure.
or hi-fi
Sure.
shops. These
Industry,
are
yeah,
industry
more
professional.
Are there any
yeah.
in New Mexico? that
There is,
someone,
yeah.
if they
Field
want-
and Frame in Albuquerque.
Field and Frame in Albuquerque.
They're a
is
local
reseller.
dealer.
Okay.
Local reseller.
Dealer.
A lot of them, of course, are
Authorized.
New York and L.A. Where movies are made.
Awesome.
And then, of course, we got one in Paris and Toronto and Munich, Germany, and Tokyo, shops that sell our products all over the world.
Who gets to go check on your retailers? Do you get to do that? Do you
I get to do that.
periodically
Yeah.
go to France and check on the retailers, see how they're doing?
Yeah, I was just in
Awesome.
Amsterdam for a convention, meeting a lot of the
Oh, that's
retailers
awesome.
there. Get to go down to Mexico City, get to go to
Second largest city in the world.
Toronto. Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
You need a sidekick?
The range.
We're actually looking for a northeastern region rep right now.
Northeast.
So if you want to
Northeastern
move
region
to the northeast,
to the northeast.
Minnesota.
We're not talking
Minnesota,
about the
don't you
Northeast
know?
Heights, right?
yeah,
You're talking about the north.
we're talking about New York, New Jersey,
Yeah. New England.
Yeah, New England.
Did you see Louise?
Yeah.
New England.
No, not me.
Looking for a
Sorry.
taco shop?
I love.
Yeah.
I love.
I need a agua fresca.
Albuquerque. Well, I'm sure you could probably get plenty of agua frescas out there, but
Possibly.
not the same kind that you would find right here in good
No.
old
Not the
New
authentic
Mexico.
ones. The
Yeah.
authentic ones are here for sure. That's why I moved back here. I mean, I grew up in Albuquerque,
Yeah.
and ended up living a lot of different places, and then I moved back about 15
Did you
years
really?
ago. Yeah.
What part of town did you grow up in?
Northeast Heights near Our Lady of Assumption Church, right
Oh, yeah.
behind there.
There you go.
Lomas and Tennessee.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
where
yeah.
I grew up. Yeah. Mhm.
Beautiful area
Perfect.
there.
Perfect.
I love it. I love it. So I have to ask you. So this is our mobile setup here.
Right.
We're running off of iPads and just a good old mixing board here and microphones
This
there.
is how the
Yeah.
other. This is how the other side lives.
This is how the other. Yeah.
No, this is the real world right here.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And so one of the cool things, and I got to tell you, right, technologies,
changing.
your technology was way far ahead of the game so many years ago, right? But this is where we're at now, and so a lot of YouTubers, and podcasters or live streamers use
Yeah.
this type of technology, and
Interface.
so we're able to do some really cool stuff. Broadcast directly to YouTube and Facebook.
That's very
and,
cool.
A little bit lighter than the old days.
A little bit lighter than the old days, right?
A lot less editing.
You don't need a truck or a van.
Right.
You just,
Or a
come in,
VHS. Yeah.
your tabletop. It's
Wow,
great.
look at the
Tabletop.
paint on that
That's
SUV.
it.
Yeah.
Just like that, yeah. So we appreciate you spending some
Colorado.
time with us.
Yeah, it's great.
And sharing just a little bit of the story. Now, if folks want to get in contact with you to do a tour, how would they go about doing that?
Probably the easiest way is to give us a call. Let's see, it's 892-4501, local number, and just ask for me, Carl Winkler, and I'll set it up for you. And you can also follow us on Facebook. We got a lot of stuff going on there, and we're on Instagram, electrosonics_Inc. And where else are we? Twitter, all that stuff's going on. And we got a YouTube channel too. In fact, we just uploaded a video this morning.
Oh, is that right?
We're making new content all the time.
Oh,
That's
good.
Yeah.
awesome. So
Good deal.
in context, this probably isn't for your at home playing in the garage guitarist that wants to know about technology, but industry wise. So if you're probably, let's say you're an electronics or a science teacher at one of the schools and you can bring the entire class, like the whole 8th grade, to learn about how things are made or industry related.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we
tours,
welcome
tours
that.
are a wonderful thing, but they are a for-profit business, so they need to keep in context. So sometimes people don't quite get that.
Are you going to offer them free coffee for the tours too? Is that what's going on? Is that what I?
This is officially Luis's free coffee promo. Oh, no.
Has he used up his allotment yet? Because it sounds like it.
Anti-couch and free coffee day for Luis.
I only say that because I'm sitting here and I don't
and
have
he
any
realizes
kind of
he
drink.
doesn't have any coffee.
I have no coffee. I have no
Awa?
protein drink over there.
You're
and
done.
Done.
Can you last an hour? Can
I'm
you?
gonna cry.
Can you last an hour?
Actually, Amber's telling us, "Hey, your time is up, buddy.
She's
time
done.
for you.
She already
time
went
for you
home.
to move along, right?
Yeah.
I love Amber.
Yeah.
That's
great.
Amber.
She's
Amber
totally
is,
not listening to you.
I know she's not. That's okay. And that's the best time for me to talk about my love and adoration for Amber.
Yeah.
Is when she's not paying
Professionally?
attention.
Yeah.
She's not listening.
Uh-oh.
Yes, exactly.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
She's busy. She's got to go sell a house.
She's selling a house. So Amber is many things, but when she's not here with us, she's actually one of the best realtors in the entire United States of America.
Awesome.
No joke.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes. And she can help you with your residential real estate or your commercial real estate.
Wow.
If you
Commercial.
need to move into a bigger factory
Handy, right?
and hire
Good to know.
200 more people.
Because they move often.
Yeah, you guys move around
Yeah.
a lot.
Another dad
We
joke.
just expand. we bought all that land, so we just add on.
Just
Yeah.
keep buying the whole neighborhood. Yeah,
More
that's
buildings.
smart.
Yeah, more
exactly.
buildings. And
Exactly.
now, do you have any new buildings coming up anytime soon?
No, last time we constructed more space was 2010, added
Okay.
5,000 square feet, and
That's a
so
lot.
far, but we're
Yeah.
starting to look at ways to get more people in. I mean, as we've been growing,
Sure.
it's always a challenge to fit people into the building.
Sure.
Absolutely.
What about any new initiatives or any messages or products? Anything pressing that you'd like to let our audience know about? What's going on? What's going on this year? This fiscal year? This month?
Yeah. The biggest challenge is that the FCC sold off some more of a television spectrum.
Really?
They auctioned it off, and
you
T-Mobile.
hear that, Louise?
Yeah, T-Mobile bought about 2/3 of it.
Wow.
And so that's caused a lot of wireless mic users and TV broadcasters to have to find new places.
Oh,
so that's
wow.
one of our challenges, and our users is how do I fit my units into the spectrum. So we've been helping a lot of people with that transition.
Interesting.
And
Things that we don't
that's a
hear
big
about.
thing.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
it goes on
huge-
behind the scenes, but it affects all movie makers, television production, tours, Broadway. Everybody is affected
What
by
do you
it.
think about the long-term ramifications of a change like that? Is it positive? Was it necessary because the industry is so big? Do you have so many more channels, or is it more on the business side of the industry?
Yeah, it's a combination of things. I mean, you can see the drive towards mobile broadband,
Gotcha.
being a big deal, and
Yeah.
it's a wonderful thing. But we're doing here.
Yeah,
we go.
5G and all that.
Let's see. Can we get the
hi,
eyebrow?
Amber.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, 5G and all that kind of thing. So people need, content delivery is
Right.
what it is. But we also need content production in the first place.
Sure.
What are they going to download? What are they going to download their sports game? Or are they going to download movies and TV shows and
Right.
series and things like that? And that's all made with our technology.
Oh, wow.
So it's a balancing act with the spectrum for transmission and creation of content. So
Interesting.
that's how we lobby the FCC along with our industry colleagues to make sure they're aware of this kind of thing.
So your company being one of the leaders, or being in the forefront of this industry, all the related services and federal requirements, you have to be active in that
You
to
do,
make sure your
yes.
footprint stays relative.
Yes.
You don't get smited out. Like, oh, I didn't know you sold half the channels and we can't use it
Yeah,
anymore.
you have to totally be aware. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. something out of their
important
control.
information. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, wonderful. Thank you so much for
Thank you,
for
guys.
taking the time.
Yeah.
Global company coming down to our little show here in our humble little coffee spot,
and our-
we
yeah,
appreciate
it's cool.
it. On a
In
beautiful
the
morning.
in the coffee shop studio, right?
Yeah, coffee
That's right.
shop
And you
on
got the
fly.
great lighting. I
Yeah.
mean, just
You
right
can
out
see
the window.
Sandias.
Yeah.
Nobody else can, just us.
Right.
But,
All I see is a gray house and an old couch.
yeah, with a blue door.
Is there free coffee?
Did you see? He's on the. He's advocating.
Carl, I'm trying to get some free coffee here.
I'm doing what I can. I'm doing what
No
I can.
coffee
Yeah.
for you. I don't even have coffee.
Well, come on
No.
in for a tour sometime.
I
Love to show you around.
absolutely, I absolutely will. In fact, maybe I'll set up a time where we can come and bring Amber because she's,
She's having a fit right now.
she's having a fit right now, right?
because you're overtime again.
We'll bring one of those fancy gimbals, right? Throw one of these phones on there, and maybe we just take your tour live.
Yeah,
if
take
you're
a
cool
spin
with that.
through.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
See
I-
how we do things over there.
I think
Fun
it would.
stuff.
I think it would be great, and again, for us,
Amber says that's it. Buddy.
I know. For us, it's the ability to let people know about your story, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's a unique one. I think that it's one that people need to hear more of, right? Especially the entrepreneurs out there that are getting started, just like Aaron,
can be
my
done.
man over here. It can be done, right?
Stick
you
with
got-
it.
You got to start somewhere,
Yeah.
right? And it could be maybe 40 years later, or it could be 10 years later. You'll experience that growth in your business.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Stick to it.
Well, thanks
Yes.
again for coming on the show. Thanks to all
Absolutely.
our listeners and viewers. This will be pushed back out there for anybody that missed the live show. And thank you, Rio Rancho Business to Business. Thank you to Luis and Amber. And we're going to go before she hits us with like a cane or something.
I think we need to have a quick word from Amber.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Here we go.
Let's get that. I'm a huge Ozo Motley fan.
Ozo Motley. Wonderful.
Ozo Motley.
All right, my friend. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Thank you.
let's
Thank you.
let's get
Pleasure.
Amber in here real quick.
Amber.
Awesome.
As we change seats in the huge studio.
Hang out for a little bit, and I'll get you a free coffee. If you hang out for a little bit, I will get you a free coffee. It is.
There we go.
Free coffee time.
Hi, Amber.
Hi,
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Is that the smile after the not smile for Luis running long in the show?
I was going to throw something at both of you guys.
Let's
Yes,
just
ma'am.
focus on Amber. Everybody look at Amber.
Literally,
Say hi to
And
you were
Amber.
probably over there like putting all the cameras on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
That's
I did.
Yeah.
That's great.
This
All
is
the- all the
smashing my
cameras.
hair, though.
It's smooshing.
Smushing. Look-
Smooshing.
so Amber got a new hair color.
I did.
What color is that?
It
Caramel.
doesn't matter what color
Caramel.
it is. What you need to focus on is
Not caramel, but caramel.
Yeah.
You need to focus on how much it brings her eyelashes out. That's what you need to focus on, Michael.
Well,
Okay.
The color of her hair and the
thank
way
you,
that
Lorena,
it is.
because she does
Did
both.
you hear how he kind of was singing that when he said it? You were totally almost like halfway singing that.
I'm a singer, baby.
Of her hair.
What up, Amber?
What's
Hi.
new? What's new in the real estate scene today? What are you closing?
Yeah.
What are you opening? What are you showing? What are you listing? What's going on? What are you cleaning?
I'm actually working on some things in Corrales
Corrales.
right now.
Just down the hill.
Just down the hill.
down the hill.
Beautiful property.
There's trees down
But
there.
I'm not
It's
going to
green.
share a whole lot about it because I'm hoping that
too
my
soon.
buyers can.
You have something already on it. Yeah. yeah.
We're working on it. We're
Perfect.
working on it.
Well,
So,
congratulations. It's a
thank
beautiful
you.
little
Yeah.
area down
Yeah,
there.
it's huge. Yeah, everything I'm doing. I'm not doing anything in Rio Rancho right now. I need more Rio Rancho.
Get
I
out
hate
there
having to
and
cross the
hustle.
river.
Wow.
Like I need to
Make
stay
it
over
sound
here.
like you have to
There
physically
you go.
cross it, like across the river.
Sometimes it feels like it, depending on the traffic.
Well, yeah, rush hour is a real thing.
Yeah,
Rush hour is
yeah.
a real thing.
I love it.
You love rush hour?
I love rush hour. No, I love the fact that we live in such a beautiful place, and it doesn't matter if you're in rush hour because you can just sit there and you can look and you can snap pictures of wherever you're at, and each one of those pictures is going to be.
Luis, you can't do
Did-
that while you're driving, buddy.
But did you guys see
Yes,
He's
I
like,
can.
what?
everybody's Facebook, Snapchat, everything last night was all
The sunset.
The sunset. Everybody.
God.
Everybody.
You know where I was at
Yeah.
when the sun was setting?
It was beautiful last night. Where were you?
Over there. By
Yeah.
Actually, you
You're
know
a
where I
dance,
was at?
right?
I was at the Ted M. Gallegos Community Center.
It was beautiful.
And there they were having a community meeting, SWAN, the Southwest Neighborhood Association.
Cool.
Or Association of Neighbors. Anyhow, there they made the announcement of the public-private partnership, city, county, state,
With?
the Route 66 Visitors Center.
I looked at that content last night.
Did you?
I don't know how I stumbled across it.
Yeah.
I was looking at something and I saw some previous media with the artist renderings
Yeah.
and then some of the funding windfalls that they've had.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, and how it grew from a concept to a larger kind of
Yeah.
a complex thing. I was intrigued by the concept of the neon graveyard that they want to do.
Right.
They want to use retired Route 66 theme neons and create kind of like they called it a graveyard.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it's an art piece.
Yeah.
So that's kind of fun and new.
Isn't it?
Something tells me that Luis has been working on that for a long time with that certain Albuquerque city councilor. And Luis, was it? They listed a tap room in there. Did you have anything to do with that? Did you say, and we need a tap room?
No, actually, no, I didn't. And if I did, I would have been referring to your tap dancing shoes.
Nice.
But it's got a beautiful facility, an outdoor venue, amphitheater, right?
So good views because it's up at like the 9 Mile Hill level.
Yep.
And good way to fill the gap between Route 66 Casino and the city proper.
Absolutely.
But the views, I've ridden down that. I've ridden motorcycle down that portion of Central at night when it's clear.
Oh man, it's
and
beautiful.
I don't think a lot of people realize how beautiful that is.
Yeah, we were talking about maybe getting some sort of a placard up there. First name basis only, but
Placard.
because 9 Mile Hill is known for its striking views.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
A lot of folks fell in love there.
Yeah, yeah. as they're riding their four-wheelers in the dirt. You know?
Oh well, no. This was before that. This was before it was any
Yeah.
of that.
Lover's Lane?
It was
The view of the
Lovers.
city?
It was back in the
Yeah,
day. It was
yeah.
Lovers
I've
Lane.
seen some of the old black and whites of that road. And
Yeah.
that, I mean, it was 9 Mile Hill because it was like dun dun dun.
Yeah, yeah.
Will the Model A make it up that hill?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
It was
a big deal.
It was Lovers Lane.
Like Lava Hada. You know, you couldn't get up Lava Hada.
Yeah,
It was this
you still
windy
can. What are you
road.
talking about?
Yeah. You got to take a run at it, Luis. You
Hey
gotta take
man,
a run at it.
if you're driving a Pinto like I am,
Pinto.
Oh yes.
Awesome vehicles. Love them.
awesome,
All right.
awesome vehicles. All right, Amber. Any last parting words
No,
for us
No.
from you on what we need to be doing to get our act together, our life straight?
Go ahead, say it. Say it.
Say what?
Luis, you need to be on time.
I know. Yeah, we're running way over.
This is
Way,
the-
way
10
over.
minutes.
Yeah.
I wonder if we have a like following for the filler at the end of each one of these shows, like a cult following. Don't watch the show, just watch the end where Luis rambles.
Yeah.
Right. Where he rambles and I get mad, and I give him side eye.
Yep. That's it. We're done.
Yeah.
Show's over. Thank you, folks. Rio Rancho, business to business. We had 4 guests and Amber's new hair color. Thanks for everybody coming out and taking the
Yes.
time from your workday to watch our live broadcast.
Yes.
And
Thank you, thank
in
you.
the future for all the people that watch the recorded version.
Yes. I want to thank the folks over at Brown's Automotive for
Yes.
giving me an oil change on the spot. I want to thank Open Skies Healthcare.
Wow, we gotta
Jex-
have them back. Yeah.
Jex Junk, as seen on A&E Hoarders, Season 8, Episode 7. Check that out.
Nice.
Bet you didn't know that.
Nice.
And of course, want to thank the man, the myth, the legend, all the way from Electrosonics, Mr. Carl Winkler. You know what we forgot to ask him? If
What?
he was related to Henry.
No. I'm sure that would be
Okay.
the first time.
Wait,
he'd
hold
ever-
on.
No,
No,
don't
we're
do
done.
it.
No,
Don't
no.
do it. We're done. You can ask him on tour so they can
No.
throw you out.
Okay, all
Cut
right.
off. Cut off. I'm just going to
okay.
start unplugging.
All right, here we go. Hey,
Bye.
thank you guys for joining, tuning in. We love you. Bye.